And if you remember back at the beginning, we talked about how we're really all a part of a team. Here at Nido, you as students, in your classrooms, we're all part of a team. And that's how we first started talking about community, because really teams can be kind of part of a community. And I told you that our goal is, we're not competitive here necessarily. Our goal is not to win something, but our goal is to learn. Every day, your reason you're here at school is to learn. You're here to learn academics, of course, how to think, read, write, do math, speak, social studies, present. You're also here to learn how to be good friends, socially. How do you get along and how do you solve problems with people? That's a huge issue. Even for us adults sometimes, it's a huge issue. How do you solve conflicts and disagreements in a way that's respectful and kind? So we've talked about that, and that's part of your work here. We talked about, remember the rules of the game? If you remember, I said every game has rules. And let's just take soccer, for instance. If you're out playing soccer, and somebody grabs the ball and just runs down the field, down the pitch, and then you just throw it into the net. And all of you are going like, what? That's not fair. You're not supposed to use your hands for that. Only the goalkeeper can do that. And so if everyone was just kind of not following the rules, soccer would not be the game it is. Same thing with volleyball, same thing with baseball, any of those types of sports and games. There are rules to those games, and the reasons is so that the game goes on well. So here at school, we have just really 3 simple ones we all know. In fact, repeat after me, please. Be respectful. Be responsible. Be kind. You guys know that so well. I think the hard part, like we said, is actually doing that all the time. But we know what the rules are. Leadership. And then we put this question out to the first graders, the second graders, and the third graders. The question is what makes our Nido community better? That's what we just asked that simple question. Well, what makes it better? And I guess I could ask you guys, is what makes you a good leader? Like I said, you don't have to be out making all the decisions and up in front of everybody, being loud or using your voice and stating your opinion all the time. That doesn't necessarily make you, but you're still a leader. But what makes you a good leader? And here's what I believe it all comes down to. It comes down to choices. Each and every day, it just comes down to choices. So how do we improve our community? It's through choices. How do we improve ourselves as people? It's through choices. So we talked about these types of things with the first and second and third grade. We said, well, what makes our school, because we all want to go to a great school, right? We all want to be a part of a great school. But the thing is the school is not the building and all those things. The school is us. The school is all of you, and it's all the adults. It's the parents, it's the teachers. We are the school. But how do we improve our school? How do we help our community? Well, one thing is by respecting it and keeping it clean. We talked about helping someone you don't know. It's easy to help your friends, but try going out and helping somebody you don't know, or maybe you don't even like a little bit. Try helping them. That would be something crazy, wouldn't it? Hey, how about sharing a ball or the swing at recess time? If you get on there first, you could stay on it the whole time, right? And there could be people sitting around wanting to be on it. Just share it. That would help our community be better. Inviting someone to play soccer. Instead of making fun of somebody because maybe they don't play as well or things like that, maybe you invite them to play anyway because it's a part of building our community. How about helping pick up papers or something that falls? Something falls on the ground, and instead of just kind of walking by, and let's say I drop my pen or something, and instead of just walking by, stop and help somebody pick it up and give it to them. We talked about these phrases right here, saying please, thank you, and sorry. Again, these are kind of like the 3 B's. Please, thank you, and sorry are so easy, but to actually use those and to mean them, man, if we all did that, our community would be a better place. How about following your teacher's instructions? How about following your parents' instructions the first time? That would help our community be a better place as well. So those things that's not yours, stealing. But Emilio, is that right?
Wouldn't it be easier just to put the opposite of that?
It could be. What we did, and that's a great suggestion, what we did with the first and second and third graders was just talk to them a little bit about, they came up with their own ideas first, and then we shared some of those things. But we had more an interactive assembly with them. So then my question to you guys, and to fourth and fifth, and to everyone is, just what can you do to make our Nido community better? If you happen to be leaving and going to another school, what can you do to make that community better? And as you go in as a new student, how can we continually grow, mature, and improve? That would be the goal. Not that we're perfect, because none of us are, but that we continue to improve. So all I want you guys to do is think about wherever you go from here, whether you're staying at Nido and going on to fourth grade, or you're going to Calgary or Toronto, or Dubai, or Houston, I heard, or Miami, I think I heard. Wherever you might be going, what can you do? Continue to just do your best to help the community and the people around you, and to help yourself. The idea. Okay, awesome. At the count of three, please do your ah. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so boys and girls, here's the idea though. The idea is that the student that's taking this with them, wherever they may be going, they can have their friends sign this, or have their teachers sign it, or put a note on there for it. So we're going to give it to you today, and then over the next day or 2, 3, you can find some time where maybe you can have them sign it. So what I'm going to do is just give me a moment here. I'm going to pull these out of the box. Maybe Mr. Red can help me. And then what we're going to ask you to do is just to come up here on stage again, those that are leaving, and we're going to give you a flag and so on. So, yeah, go ahead. Keep your voice down for a moment. We're going to give these flags out to everyone. I'm going to shake their hands, and then we'll give them a round of applause. That's
okay,
right?
good. Yeah, sounds good. هذوما اللي ماشيين مروحين. This is how we're going to end our assembly this morning. And I have this is actually really well done. I have we're the 4 students that helped me with this. Can you just please stand, please? And just please stand for us. And where's Ignacio? I think we're missing also. Okay, let's give them, these girls, a round of applause. So, girls, go ahead and have a seat. Here's what happened a couple weeks ago. These girls were just kind of looking for something to do, and I said, hey, I have something you could help me with that would actually really, really help me. Because I have very little time, but I want to do something for our students and our staff that are leaving. So I gave them just a couple little, little lines, just tell people, have kids say good luck, have them do this and that. I gave them a camera, and they went out on the playgrounds, and they put this together. And then I said, you know what, you can put the pictures together any way you want. You can put it on PowerPoint, you can do a Prezi, you can do iMovie, I don't care, whatever you want. And they said, okay, we have an idea. So they went off, and they did this all without me. And the only thing I've done to this is I had to reformat a couple pictures so they would look better on here. I added music and transitions, and I added the next slide, I added that one. And basically, everything else is totally put together by the girls. They even selected the photos and the videos that went into it. I just had to reformat it so it would actually work for our presentation today. I've already showed this to first grade and to fifth grade, and they really, really liked it, and I hope you guys like it too. So, here we go as we say goodbye. So funny.
Bien.
Did you have some things also there, Mr. Ed? Okay, perfect. Before we're done here, I guess we have some certificates or things that we want to give. But I also wanted just to say that regardless if you're staying here or going to another school, you guys are going to be our leaders for the elementary. Most likely you'll go to another school. You're going to be the oldest kids in that school, in that elementary school. And if you stay here, you're going to be our fifth graders next year. And what I anticipate, what I expect from our NITO fifth graders is that you guys have the responsibility of being the leader that we talked about. So let's continue to make some really good choices, and thank you for your hard work this year. I think Mr. Red has some certificates that he would like to...
Sam, you want to start so you can go?
Boys and girls, well, we're Mr. Red and the teachers are just going to be doing something else, and I just want to remind anybody who has free time to make some posters for the fifth graders. Teachers, have you had a chance to explain what we're going to do for the fifth grade today? Okay. So boys and girls, if you have any free time to volunteer to make some posters, that would be another way you could show yourself as a leader. Okay, Mr. Red's going to take over. Please have your eyes on Mr. Red. Oh, Miss Samantha, sorry.
We had some awards that were given out. It's called the Presidential Award. It's signed by the President of the United States. It's called the President's Award for Educational Excellence. Some criteria: you had to have a 90% average for the first semester of school. You had to receive a score of 90 or better on the MAP test in reading or writing, or an 85 or better in the RAP test. And so we have some awards. Miss Sanders is going to start her classes going to the class.
For the final award class,
This one, all right. And then Thomas Gillibrand is not
In 4E, I have Dan Hyman. Lily. Giacomo. And Beanie. Great. Who else?
And Miss Christina and I would like to bring up a student. I would like to bring up Alpestine.
And she was just here for one semester. Second semester, she did a great job, and that's L.A. Ordaz.
He has 4 students to recognize, so we're going to start with Hussein.